Hello everyone. Through this video we'll discuss about swing concept in Java. Now in the previous video we have learned about the AWT concept, that is abstract window toolkit, which is based in GUI programming or graphical user interface programming. But what is the problem we have faced in AWT? That's why you're coming from the same concept or the concept of GUI by using swing. Now the AWT components internally actually depends on native methods like C functions, and hence we know that C is not system independent programming language. So the problems related to portability arises in Java. Okay, so let us understand in depth what is actually the problem by using AWT components. Now when a component is created in AWT, component in the sense, suppose you are creating the button, you are creating the label, you are creating the text fields, any component you are creating, it internally calls a native method like C function, which is helping to create the component internally. Okay, so the C function is actually required to create the component internally. Now this component is also called as peer component. Okay, so the concept of peer component comes here. Okay, so that means this peer component is given back and displayed on the screen in AWT. So AWT internally depends on C code, that is not desirable, as you know that C is a system dependent language. So AWT is also called for pure component based model for this reason. Okay, so by using AWT component, now the portability problem arises. Now the second issue is all about look and feel. So what is the meaning of look and feel in programming? So look in the appearance, okay, the appearance of a component, and feel in the sense how you're interacting with the component. Okay, so this look and feel of AWT components change depending on the platform or the operating system. This is a very important point, that for example, suppose you are creating a button. Now this button will look like something different in Windows as per Windows rule. It will look different whenever you will go for Unix operating system. It will look different whenever you will go for Mac operating system. Clear? So that means whenever a programmer is developing a particular frame, or it is creating something, or component is creating, now the user will think that this component should look like this, but it will always change whenever you are changing the platform. So the user is not aware or not sure that how your component or the developed component will look like for every user. Okay, so that is what the problem with your look and feel. Clear? So the programmer is not sure how it will look like on a particular system, because the appearance changes from system to system. Okay, now the third issue comes as that the AWT components are heavyweight. So what is the meaning of heavyweight again? So heavyweight in the sense that it the components take more system resources, like more memory and more processor time. Okay, so more memory and processor time. So these are the three drawbacks, you can say: pure component, look and feel, and system dependency, along with heavyweight or more memory processor time. Now AWT is not accepted always. Okay, so as a programmer, it they need some portability and one single frame or single rule that my component should look like in all platforms in a unique way. Okay, so that's why the users are accepting swing over AWT. Okay, so now let us understand why swing is actually required. Now this is used to create GUI application, as we have already discussed. It belongs to JFC. So this is Java Foundation classes. We'll discuss in the next slide the what is JFC is all about. Similarly, it supports MVC architecture, model view controller. What is this? That also we'll discuss in this video. Now, someone will say that as you are telling that there are number of drawbacks of AWT is available. So is Swing is the replacement of AWT? No, AWT cannot be replaceable, but Swing you can say it is an extension of AWT. Okay, so how that also will see. So now coming for Java Foundation classes. So what is Java Foundation classes is all about? Now JFC is an extension of original AWT. Okay, so it is an extension of original AWT. It contains classes that are completely portable. The most important point. Why we are learning Java? Because this is portable language. So JFC provides portability. Why? Because JFC is completely developed by using Java language. It is not taking any help of any C functions or any native functions for its development. Only Java code is required. So that's why it is portability. Also, it has number of features like platform independent. Why this is platform independent? Now, whatever the drawback we have discussed in AWT, that it is system dependent. Its look and feel depends on the operating system, or it changes from system to system. But here, once a component is created, it is looking like same on any operating system. So the programmer will be sure about the look of his development of screen. Whatever the user has thought that my screen should look like this, so it will look like same in all platforms. Okay. Now coming to the lightweight. So AWT you have discussed this is heavyweight. Now JFC is lightweight. So what is this lightweight? It utilizes minimum system resources. So that's why the speed is comparatively good, and hence JFC programs execute much more faster as it utilizes very less resources. Okay. Now coming for pluggable look and feel. So what is that pluggable look and feel feature? It allows the programmer to change the look and feel as suitable for the platform. Okay. So as per the suitability, they can change the look and feel. Like what? Now suppose the user wants that my button should look like Windows platform, my level should look like Unix system. So that also is accepted in JFC. So pluggable look and feel means as per the suitability of the platform, the user can design its components. Okay. So this is why JFC offers a lot of components with lots of features. Clear? So this is the reason why JFC is much more popular than AWT. Okay. Now again I am telling that JFC doesn't replace AWT. It is an extension of to AWT. So that's why all the classes of JFC are derived from AWT. So whatever I'll show you through example that whenever I'll use any class name of JFC, you will understand that this is only the extension of AWT. So whatever the classes we have used in AWT, that is also accepted in JFC. Okay, so we'll see through the example. Now coming to the next one, MVC architecture. This is again one of the most important concept in every programming language. That what is this model, view, and controller is all about. Okay, so all the components in Swing actually follows MVC architecture. Clear? So the model represents data. Very important point. So the model represents data. Okay, so that is what the state of the component. Okay, so for example, suppose we are taking the example of button. Okay, so its state information means whether the button is pressed or clicked or not clicked. Okay, so if it is selected or not, that information is stored, or the state of the component will be stored in model. Okay, so by looking at the model we can understand the state of the button. So the model of the button can be known with the help of some methods. So suppose one method is there, is selected. So this is selected method will return true if we have clicked on the button or we have selected the button. So that is known as your model. So model basically represents the state of the component or data. Okay. Now view represents the physical appearance or the visual appearance. Okay. So that means suppose I am clicking on the button. Now once I'll click, there will be a dotted portion will come in the button. So that visual appearance is known as your view. Clear? So whether I have clicked the button or I have not clicked the button, that appearance will show you. Okay. And last one is the controller. So controller is nothing but it's a mediator. So that means first of all, the controller will understand this and modifies the model data accordingly. So let's understand through example. So suppose the user clicks on the button. Okay. So the controller decides whether to change the model or not. When the model is changed, it tells the view to update. Okay. So let us go through one very simple example. Suppose there is a button green. So once I'll click on the button green, my background should come in green color. Okay. So model means currently the state is that I have not clicked, my background is white. Okay. So whenever I'm clicking on the button, now the controller will decide whether the code for green color background has been written or not. If it has not been written, then the model is not going to be changed. But if I have written the code to that once I'll click, the background should change, then the state of the component or the data will change. Accordingly, the view or the appearance will change where the background color will become green. And that work will be done by the controller. Okay. So in overall, if you'll say that what is MVC architecture in Swing, that the MVC architecture is nothing but it's a model view controller architecture, which is available in for Swing components, where the model represents the data of the component, view represents the appearance of the component, and controller is a mediator between the model and the view. Okay. So by keeping this in mind, we'll go to the concept of Swing. Okay. So number of classes are available in Swing like AWT, but here we can see one difference that before every class name you are writing J, capital letter J, J label, J list, J table, J combo box. Okay. So J button, everything is written with J. Okay. So now we'll see the example that how actually I am creating the frame. Okay. So just a brief that we have created frame like this in AWT. If you have seen the video, you have understood how we are creating the frame in AWT. Now the same example I am copying. Okay. Only to make you sure that how I am creating the frame in Swing. Okay. So I have to import java x swing star. Now here one important thing will come. What is this Java X is all about? Now Java X, this is a package. Okay. Now this X in Java X represents that it is an extended package whose classes are derived from java.awt package. Okay. So till now we are writing java dot something package name. Here in Swing you are writing Java X. So X means extended. Why? All the classes of AWT package we are extending in Swing, and that is available in Java X. Okay. If you are not getting the point, let us understand very clearly. So suppose Java frame demo Swing, suppose I am writing here, I am writing frame. Previously I'll write down J frame. That's all. Simple change I am doing. Okay, my Swing program. Now set the size, same. Set visibility, same. I am not changing anything. What change I have done? I have made frame class to JFrame class. So this is what the derivation, that I am deriving my class from AWT. Okay, that's why Java X. I hope you have understood what are the minimum changes I have to do in AWT program. Okay, so instead of frame, I am writing JFrame, which is a class name. So let us save the file. Okay, so Java C, done. Java C, I am creating the frame. Okay, we have also seen how I am creating frame in AWT. Now also I am looking at how I am creating frame in Swing. Okay, now I'll close this one, it will be closed, but internally it is not going to be closed. So this is what the difference between AWT and Swing. Swing, I have to write down the code that how my frame can be closed, and this is very easy in Swing. Okay, so let us write down one more program like we have done yesterday also in the last video by extending the frame class. Okay, so I'll write what? Now extends JFrame. Okay, so now I can visualize which object I will create. Now I have to create the object for what I have written. Okay, so I have created the object for which actually I have created, but I cannot pass. Suppose if I'll pass, I have to write down the constructor. Okay, but if I want, I can use set the title. So what I'll write, fr dot set title. Okay, my Swing program. Okay, so I'm just making a bit of change so that you can relate between AWT program and Swing program. Clear? So I'm creating the object of my class because I'm extending JFrame. I am calling the set title method of JFrame class. Then set size I am doing, set visible also doing. Now here I'll write down the code how to close the window. Close the window. Okay. So I have to write fr dot set default. Okay, it's a predefined method. Set default close operation. Okay, then j frame dot exit underscore on underscore close. Okay, so it's a constant available in inside JFrame class. So once I'll close the click on the cross button, red cross button in the right hand upper, then it will currently closed. Okay, so for that I have to use the object of this one. I have to call the method of JFrame class set default close. So every letter is capital, D is capital, C is capital, O is capital. Okay, and then JFrame dot exit underscore on underscore close. Okay, so let us see. Compiled. Okay, so now my frame is created, my Swing program. Clicking here, now close. I don't need to do anything because I have written the program how to close it. Okay, so these are the basic things I have to do in Swing and it will be done. If I am clear in AWT, I know how to design my frame, then in Swing it is very easy. Okay, so one more example we'll discuss here. In last video you have done the uh, program where I have created one frame. Okay, And inside the AWT frame, what we have done, enter first number, one text field we have created, enter second number, we have created one text field, then for result I have created some space, and then one plus button was there where I have to click. So this design we have done in last video AWT. Okay, so if you have not watched, kindly watch and understand how to design this one, so that you can understand what I am doing here. So let me copy this entire program. I am pasting it. I am not writing the code again, only because you should know what are the minimum changes I have to make so that my Swing program will be done. Okay, so what I'll do, import java x dot swing dot star. Okay, let it just test. So in place of button I am writing j button. Okay, in place of text field I am writing j text field. In place of label, j label, j frame. Okay, so that is why it is known as extension of AWT, and that X is for that extended. Okay, so J frame, J label, J text field, J label, J text field, J label, J button. The rest is same. Okay, so let me write down this statement so that I can close the window. Okay, so before writing, let us first compile and execute the previous one, then we'll see. Okay, so what are the changes we have done? In place of button, I am writing J button, text field, J text field, label, J label, frame, J frame, and rest of the code I have kept as same, like you have done in AWT. Okay, so let us save the file. Done. Java C. Compiled. Now see, my frame is ready with swing component. This is not AWT component, these are swing components. And if we'll compare, you can see this look and feel is something different. Whenever I am coming here, it is selected. Okay, and the appearance is changing. Okay, so this look and feel will be same in all operating systems. Clear? I can enter the value here, I can enter the value here, I can click here, but no result I'll get because I have not written any code that what will happen if I'll click on this plus button. Okay, that we'll discuss in our future videos. Understood? Now let us try with this close. Okay, done. So very simple program is here. This line you have to write down everywhere to close the window. Only a single line which is available in Swing. Okay. So these are actually various classes or components you can use as per your requirement. I'll upload some more programs once we'll cover event handling, so that all these components will be available over there. How we can use in our program, that also you can experience. But again, I am telling the same idea, whatever I have given you yesterday as an assignment, that you can do the modification over there. You can keep result as label. You can create one more text field, then plus button, minus button, multiplication button, division button, and modulus button. Keep everything in the button field. Okay, in do the same thing in Swing program also. You will be clear that what are the minimum changes I have to do in AWT program so that my swing components can be added. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching this.